How exercise trains your immune system. Every time you move your body, your heart beats faster, your lungs expands deeper, and your blood flow is stronger. But here's what's happening behind the scene. That surge of circulation is like hitting a reset button for your immune system. Inside your bloodstream are millions of immune soldiers, like natural killer cells, macrophages, and T cells constantly patrolling for threats. During exercise, your body temporarily releases adrenaline and noradrenaline, which act like emergency dispatch signals. These hormones tells the immune cells mobilize, patrol every tissue, scan for danger. Within minutes of starting your workout, immune cells that were resting in your lymph nodes, spleen, and even in your bone marrow begins to enter the bloodstream. They circulate faster, search deeper, and reach areas they normally don't visit. Think of it as a mock drill. Your immune army practicing coordination, communications, and speed. Every workout gives them real-world training, sharpening their responses for when the real invaders like viruses or precancerous cells appear. Now, this isn't just about short-term activation. With regular movement, your immune cells don't just mobilize, they adapt and rejuvenate. Here's how. Natural killer cells, your body's first line of defense against viruses and cancer cells, become more responsive. Studies show that even a single bout of moderate exercise can double natural killer cells activity for several hours. Number 2, macrophages, the cleanup crew, become more efficient at removing cellular debris and old damaged cells, preventing inflammation from building up. Number 3 is the T cells, your adaptive soldiers that remember the infections, regenerate better with consistent exercise, helping slow immunosenescence, the aging of your immune system. So instead of becoming exhausted with age, your immune network stays youthful and intelligent, all because you keep it in motion. Here's something incredible. It doesn't take much. Just 20 minutes of brisk walking can temporarily enhance immune cell circulation. Imagine what happens when you do that day after day. Your immune system stays in a constantly trained state and agile and ready. And the benefits go far beyond fighting infections. That same immune vigilance helps your body detect and destroy early cancer cells before they grow, clean up damaged mitochondria and senescent cells, slowing the aging process, regulate inflammation as your immune system heals instead of hurt. That's why people who move regularly have a 40 to 50% lower risk of developing chronic illnesses linked to inflammation and immune dysfunctions, including heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. But let's be clear, this is about training, not punishment. If you overtrain, pushing beyond recovery, under eating, or sleeping poorly, the balance flips. Excessive intensity raises cortisol, which temporarily suppresses immune function and increases your susceptibility to cold and fatigue. That's why the most powerful immune boosting strategy is moderate, consistent exercise, the kind you can sustain and enjoy. Your immune system loves rhythm, not chaos. So whether it's walking, cycling, swimming, strength training, or yoga, the key is to move often, not occasionally. So every time you move, you give your immune system a reason to wake up, refresh, and recalibrate. Each heartbeat during exercise is a signal telling your immune cells to stay young, stay alert, and stay balanced. Exercise doesn't just build muscle, it builds immune intelligence. And the smarter your immune system, the longer and stronger you live. Now that you have seen how movement trains your immune soldiers, now we will explore the other sides of the equation, how exercise helps calm the fires of inflammations that silently age your body from within. When you hear the word inflammation, you probably think of pain, swelling, or infection. But here's the truth. Inflammation itself isn't bad. It's your body's emergency response system, the firefighter rushing to put out a blaze. When you get injured or sick, inflammation helps heal you. It sends white blood cells, growth factors, and repair molecules to the scene. This is what we call acute inflammation, short, targeted, and essential. But here's where the story turns dark. If the fire never fully goes out, it turns into chronic inflammation, a slow, smoldering flame. And over time, this constant low-grade fire damages your blood vessels, your brain, and even your mitochondria. Scientists now call the process inflammaging, and inflammations that literally ages you from the inside. Every time you move, whether it's a brisk walk, cycling, or resistance training, your body produces anti-inflammatory signals. Think of it as sending in water to diffuse the flames. When muscles contract, they release molecules called myokines. These are chemical messengers that tell your immune system we are safe, lower the alert level. Research shows that regular physical activity decreases CRP, a C-reactive protein, a key marker for systemic inflammation. It lowers IL-6, it's interleukin-6, it's in chronic excess. Boosts IL-10 and anti-inflammatory cytokines that helps restore balance. So rather than fighting fire with fire, exercise teaches your body how to self-regulate the inflammation response, to ignite when needed and cool down when the battle's over. Chronic inflammation silently accelerates every major disease of aging: heart disease, diabetes, cancers, dementia. But when you keep your inflammation in check through consistent movement, you protect your blood vessels, preserves brain functions, and keep your cells younger longer. It's not about running marathon. If even 20 to 30 minutes of moderate movement most days, a brisk walk, a few sets of strength training or yoga flow can shift your biology toward healing instead of harm.